everyone, my name is Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about cruising. Cruising is something I am fairly new to. I've been on 3 cruises now, all on celebrity ships. I've done 2 on the Celebrity Edge and 1 on the Celebrity Silhouette. I've done 1 in the Caribbean, 1 in the Mediterranean and 1 in the Norwegian fjords. And I'm going to give you kind of an overall opinion of the ships, but this is actually a Celebrity Silhouette focus video, but I'll also give some edge tips as well. As a wheelchair user, cruising is a really good way to see the world. It's super convenient, it's super accessible, and I generally just love it. The best part about it is that you don't have to carry your luggage from place to place, but you can see 4 or 5 places a week, depending on what ship you're on and what itinerary you're doing. Celebrity Silhouette, as you've both seen in my room tour, which is linked up here, the Celebrity Silhouette has really accessible rooms. These rooms can be booked when you book your cabin, either online or on the phone, and they are just a wheelchair accessible room. It means they're slightly bigger and they have a wet room style bathroom, which are always really convenient, and generally just love them. The one thing I really love about Celebrity is their rooms have automatic doors, which means you don't have to lift any heavy doors or ram your feet into the door so it opens, which is a great feature to have. It also just makes you feel really independent when you can go on a ship and everything is easy for you and you can do it all by yourself. Number 2. I would say one of the greatest things about it is generally just the ship. So this is for every celebrity ship I've been on. I haven't been on the Millennium class, bear that in mind, but I have been on both the Solstice and the Edge class, and they are just second to none in accessibility. Pretty much everywhere you go is accessible, whether it is going up to the Sky Lounge to look at the view or going to the Sunset Bar. There are loads of lifts. You never really have to wait too long for a lift, and the staff are so happy to help. That brings me to the next point, is the staff are so attentive and willing to help you with anything you need. It's incredible. For example, if you go to the buffet in the morning, they will offer to go around and hold your plate for you. Even if you say, oh no, I'll hold it, they still want to help you. So just bear in mind, they will, hold you if you get you drinks, whatever you want. They are super attentive and will literally go above and beyond for you. And I think that is the best thing about Celebrity Cruises staff that I've read and heard from other people, is that they're just super attentive. Okay, so the next thing I would say is a lot of people ask me about destinations. We went on a Norwegian fjords cruise on the Silhouette in June 2023. All the destinations were docked except for one, which is in Bergen, Norway, where we had to use the tender. On the Edge they have the magic carpet, which you can use the tender, which makes it a lot easier. But on the Silhouette they don't have that, so I was a bit worried about whether I was going to be able to use a tender, whether I wasn't, but I did. So basically there are steps on one side and on the other side there is a lift. We actually got to the steps and they said, oh, we don't know if the lift works, so we're not sure we'll be able to go out. And I said, please could you try and use the lift, because I would really like to go out. After about 5 minutes they figured it out, the lift was working, so I went down the lift to the boat, and then the staff just picked up my wheelchair and lifted me onto the boat, and it was all super easy. Same at the other end. So they're super willing to help. The only issue is if you have a really heavy wheelchair, it might be a struggle because obviously they have to lift you. So just bear that in mind if you've got a really heavy wheelchair. You can't take a scooter or anything, but they do have wheelchairs on board which you could borrow. I think one of the other best things about the ships that I've been on is using the app and everything like that. The tech is really high on celebrity ships. So you've got the app which you can use to find all your maps, see where everything is, see what time the shows are, see where all the shops are. It's really nice to do, and you can also see like the menus for the restaurants, the bars, everything like that. So that's really helpful. I've done 2 excursions on Celebrity. One was in the Bahamas to the Blue Lagoon, and that was super accessible. I got lifted onto a small boat. The one excursion I did do that wasn't accessible was a wine tour in Ibiza. I actually really wanted to go on it, but it wasn't accessible, so it was a decision I made to bump up the small steps to the coach, and they put my wheelchair underneath. So that was a decision I made. Obviously that's up to you whether you're comfortable doing that or not, but they do have specially accessible excursions in most destinations. Overall, as you can see, it's super easy. It's the best thing for a wheelchair user. I've done cruising holidays and normal holidays over the last couple of years after becoming a wheelchair user, and cruising is by far the most relaxing because it is so easy. You don't have to worry about whether you can get into a restaurant, whether you can get to a sun lounger. It's all done. They also have hoists in the pool on Celebrity Cruises, which is a real game changer for a lot of people. So yeah, if you're considering a celebrity cruise and you are a wheelchair user, I would 100% recommend it. It is super accessible, it is super easy. Make sure you check out my room reviews of both an Edge room and a Silhouette room, and there will be more cruise videos coming very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.